عملت
وقت البي سي الخري.
وقت اللابتوب.
اللابتوب قصدي.
ما احنا زمان كنا نلعب انا وياك كخة.
ما اعرف ايش. الله روز. اوه ماي جاد ماي بيبي.
ريب اف ان ذا chat.
What have they done to you?
What?
يلا ما تطلع من الجيم.
انا مش طالع. لا لسه اتحمل انا بعمل ستريم.
Some suck my dick components. Thickness. What do you think?
Rules of Survival is not a dead game. Why do people say it is? Is it because there's something new? PUBG or Fortnite, perhaps? No, that can't be it. The game still has the same online player numbers it's had for many months. Is it perhaps because no one's getting views on YouTube anymore? Well, I mean, I definitely wouldn't say that. Oh wait, I think I got it. Maybe this guy just doesn't like the game anymore. No. Wait. That doesn't make any sense either. Just because a couple keyboard warriors in the YouTube comments say they don't like it doesn't translate to it being a dead game. So, what is it? Let's find out. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I want everyone to watch this entire video. I don't really care if you play Rules of Survival or not, or even if you like the game or not. This might turn out to be one of the most important gaming-related videos you'll ever see in your lifetime. In fact, it might change your entire mindsets on how you view video games in general. Let's talk about that. So, a couple weeks ago, I posted a video titled Old versus New Rules of Survival, Evolution of Rules of Survival Battle Royale. That's a mouthful, right? Well, in that video, I talked about something pretty important. I talked about how the audience of games changes over time.
تعرف ان نزلنا من الباص.
Volcanoes, elemental weapons, tanks, and the eternal battle between fire and ice. Let's talk about Fortnite Season 8.
خار عليهم.
Welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's my favorite time of the Fortnite cycle. The week before the new season begins, and we all get on the hype train and look for signs, leaks, and hints behind the future of Fortnite. I've looked through the countless theory videos and kept an eye on those leakers, allowing us to predict Season 8 content. We have a pretty great track record behind us. We've predicted llama-headed characters, zombies, a castle, a completely snow-filled map, overpowered melee weapons, and even a bright pink hamster. So let's see if we can do it all over again. Let's start with what we know 100% by using the loading screens and map evolution to build a storyline. Can you remember all the way back to the start of Season 7? The iceberg hit our beloved island, bringing a snow biome. As the weeks continued, we saw a thawing medieval castle in the snow atop of Polar Peak. As the thawing continued, the Ice King was awakened and attempted to stop his home from melting through a live event. Sadly for the Vanilla Ice Baby King, he was too late, and deep in his dungeon, a new character awakened. His skin resembled volcanic rock, and as we upgraded his attire, the dungeon prisoner was revealed to be the Ice King's nemesis, the yin to his yang, signifying the new battle between fire and ice. If you've seen my Easter egg breakdown of Season 7, you know that I talk about the Lich King story from World of Warcraft, which has many similarities to Season 7 story arc. I'm not going to go through that here, but I do recommend you have a watch of that. But the biggest clues to Season 8 are right in front of our eyes, in the Battle Pass no less. Back in Season 5, a crazy castle spray foreshadowed both the castles at no less. Back in Season 5, a crazy castle spray foreshadowed both the castles at Haunted Hills and now the one at Polar Peaks. The Battle Pass has also foreshadowed character skins like the Wrestler or even the Shark Glider, so we know it's a good place to get hints. Now look at this season's Battle Pass and this unlockable icon. It's of a broken shackle, telling us 2 months in advance that someone would be unleashed during Season 7. And at this point you know that's the prisoner. And from memory, can you think of the only place we've seen this shackle before? It's here in plain sight. It's on the Dark Bomber's boobs. It's on the Dark Bomber's chest. And to compound this, the loading screen unlocked literally next to the shackles depicts the devilish llama and his shackle, but look in the background, it's a volcano. I know it's not set in stone, puns, but the polar opposite of an iceberg must be a volcano, right? This theory looks even more certain with the recent inclusion of earthquakes. As magma attempts to burst through the Earth's crust, it causes movement in the landscape. And judging by the location of all the earthquakes thus far, this spot right here looks like the birthplace of Vinny the Volcano. Yeah, I named him. Get on board. And look at the placement. It would be at the opposite corner from the Ice King. Perfect for 2 team buses to drop at each corner representing their chosen leader or deity. I'm Team Fire King all the way. Who would you choose in the battle of fire and ice? Well, I can actually go deeper into this theory. Are you ready? Have you noticed that Epic Game has its finger on the pop culture pulse? Seasonal events, timing football gear or soccer gear to coincide with key dates in the season. Heck, they even released a dragon pet to coincide with Spyro the Dragon re-releasing. And of course timed crossover events like Thanos' inclusion and the Easter egg for Wreck-It Ralph 2. Well, probably the biggest TV event of the year is about to happen. Game of Thrones Season 8, which begins in April. This series is about White Walkers, who follow a king of ice, known as the Night King. And on the other side of the battle, we have Daenerys, the queen who controls dragons. And without jumping to too many conclusions, dragons breathe fire, right? The book series that the TV show is based on so happens to be called A Song of Fire and Ice. And to perfectly time this, the coming season when it returns will be Season 8. Just like Fortnite, Season 8. This must be too much of a coincidence, but what do you think? And the final point to confirm this theory, those dragon eggs in the castle dungeon have now vanished. They've disappeared. In the TV show, when these bad boys hit fire, they hatch. And what has the prisoner spent the last 3 weeks doing? Unleashing his fire powers. Okay, I'm starting to get hyped. Season 8 could be epic. Of course, let's not put all our dragon eggs in one basket. There's other things to consider. Another highly regarded concept for Season 8 is one of melted snow, a potential flood. Something as simple as the ice cube known as Greasy Grove melting, the area would be flooded instead. And since Loot Lake was ripped apart, the pool of water could be added somewhere else. This would also tie into water-themed skins such as the Divers, the Shark Glider, and this freak of a character, Fish Sticks. He's such a strange inclusion that maybe he would represent a new mechanic in the game. Underwater battles, maybe? The Battle Pass continues to hint at this direction too, with fish sprays and an octopus at tier 84. Looking reminiscent of good old Davy Jones, or maybe we'll see the Kraken in the oceans around the map. Although I love the concept and the great skins people have put forward, like this Poseidon character by Bishbusha, that's a quality name by the way, it seems unlikely to me, mainly because things that travel over to Battle Royale have usually previously been tested in Save the World. The hoverboards, the TV station, the crater, all began life in the Save the World portion of the game. So with this in mind, I jumped back into Save the World for the first time since defeating the Storm King, who by the way was actually Kevin the Cube. I looked for places here that haven't been included in Battle Royale. We have a Wild West location with saloons and rustic vibes, but even though Calamity made it into Battle Royale, her town did not. Well, not yet anyway. And if we remember back a few seasons, a leaker proclaimed that the motel would become a saloon in Season 6. So there are definitely links to both game modes, even though they're a bit convoluted. One of the mechanics added last season in Save the World were these whirlwinds. They were essentially baby tornadoes, hurricanes, cyclones, whatever you prefer. Well, those lovely leakers have noticed a file named Tornado, meaning we could see this happen in Season 8. It's technically already been here when Kevin took the Loot Lake house for a tour of the island, so it won't be a new mechanic, but a returning mechanic. To compound this theory further, take a look at the Week 11 loading screen. The prisoner regains his fire powers, and the flames beside him do appear to be whirling. Come on guys, Fire Hurricane confirmed, hit the Allier music. Sorry, that was very toxic.
اسمع إذا بدك تلعب سولو
As we're
العب
talking
عشان
about those
نتقابل.
lovely leakers though, look at a few things they've uncovered. The map change will affect the colour of Wailing Woods. Everything